Alright, hello guys and girls, this is an example and today I'm bringing to you a witch farm upgrade. That's right, for all of you who have got water that push your mobs off your spawn pads, this is an upgrade for you. It is absolutely fantastic. It is the best ever. Just bear with me for a second and I'll explain. Each floor has its own device for checking whether or not a mob is on the floor or not. If there's a mob on the floor, the water will flow, and then when the mob leaves the floor, the water will stop. It doesn't matter how many mobs are on this floor, it'll push all the mobs off until they're all gone, and once they've all gone, it'll turn the water off again, and making the floor available for more spawns. It is super efficient and super quick. It's absolutely amazing. It's so cheap to build. It's completely cheap to build. You need about 6 redstone torches, 6 repeaters, and of course you're going to need a number of dispensers, and we'll get into that in a minute. Some tripwire hooks and a bit of string. But check this out, isn't that fantastic? So it washes the mobs off, and once the mobs are off, it resets and is ready for spawning again. And it is quick, it is super quick. It's actually faster than the shifting floor design that I built previously. Alright, so let's just quickly go around the outside and have a look at this. So here we are, there's witches dropping down. Now, I'm not going to get into the mechanics of how spawns work, and this is not, of course, I haven't hidden any light here, I haven't hidden any redstone, so there's light leaking through. But I'm not going to get into the spawn mechanics, saying that having air blocks or whatnot actually makes these things more efficient. I don't believe they do anymore. I think the coding changed, and I could be wrong, but I haven't really seen much of a difference really between spawns and no spawns having blocks there. But anyway, I have a way around this. We can actually remove those glass blocks on the side and place signs, and that will effectively free up some spaces, but I don't think we need to do that. As you would have seen before, the mobs freely spawn, and they spawn pretty quickly. So we're going to do a tutorial on this in a second, but first of all, let's quickly go back here and check it a little bit more and watch these mobs fall down. Alright, that's super quick and fun. Fun for the whole family. I can't stress enough at how cheap this is to make. Alright, let's bring our little toolbar up and get started. So here's a little replica. Now I'm not going to build the whole farm. I'm not going to build the roof or anything like that. It is a number of blocks away from the spawn pad, so let's count that quickly so you actually know roughly what size it is. So if we're looking at the edge of the spawn pad here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm aiming 16 blocks away from the edge of that block there, which is the spawn floor. You can do whatever you like, but you need to cover it over to stop light leaking through. Look at those things spawn. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. I just can't stop watching this, to be honest. Alright, so here we go. Here's a little replica of the spawn floors over there. This will not spawn witches. This is just basically a normal spawn floor. It'll spawn all regular mobs, but over there, that's a proper witch hut for 1.8. So I've just made this over here so we can see how to build this thing, and we'll get started right now. Okay, so if you look at it from this side here, this is our spawn floor here, the solid blocks, and we've got glass around it, and then slightly above that we've got some dispensers, and inside there we've got buckets of water. Now it's quite important that they are placed in the same places I'm going to place them, otherwise it's all going to go horribly wrong. Now a witch floor is basically 9 this way and 7 this way, so it's 9 by 7, and there are 3 floors now. So if you want to know how to find them, there's plenty of other videos. You can check my other video out of how to make a witch farm, and you'll be able to see how to find the floors, and that will set you on the right path. Okay, so here we go. You choose which side you want to put your redstone on. I'm going to choose this side. So the longer side here is where I'm going to place these blocks. So I'm going to put 9 blocks of glass all the way along here like this, while the witch is full. And that's pretty much where the water is going to drop down onto. Okay, so I've actually also gone and done this, added an extra row of glass. Now it is better to use glass because mobs won't spawn on it, and this won't count as a spawn block, so the algorithm won't check. Won't be able to spawn a mob here, so you won't get random mobs spawning in your spawner. Okay, so it's got to be glass, which is kind of expensive. Alright, so now that we've done that, we need to place down our our dispensers. So we're going to grab one of those. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible, but it's going to take a bit of time. Right, here we go. So they are going to go here like this, and like I said, the water's going to flow out here, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks, and it stops on the edge, so I don't have to worry about that. And we're going to place these all the way across, like so, and then you're going to have to put in buckets of water. That is going to be time consuming. You should make an infinite water source so that you don't have to keep going back down from wherever you're building, or that kind of thing. Just make things easy for yourself. Infinite water supply, be great. So here we go, we're placing all these buckets in here. Now you can do this last if you want, but it's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to do it now. Get this over and done with. Alright, so there we go, there's all the buckets of water in. And that's the hardest part, to be honest, putting those dispensers down with buckets of water in them. That's your most expensive part. Alright, so then on top of that, you put a solid block. Now, there is an air gap here, 1 block of air gap before the spawn pads start. That does actually count for something. Anyway, let's put these solid blocks above these dispensers. There we go. And then you'll be placing your tripwire hooks on those blocks, so we can grab those now. Might as well put them in. Don't need that. Okay, there we go. So we put some tripwire hooks along here like this, and there we go. All right. Now this is the I just dropped off these. This is the part where we're going to do the drop. Okay. So we're going to want to leave a 1 block gap like this. This witch is dropping in the background. Amazing. Love it. And then we're going to go up, well, 2 blocks from the spawn floor. So we're going to remove that one. We've got 1, 2, and we're also going to remove that one. We don't need that there either. Okay, and this is where we're going to put our tripwire hook. So the witches are going to be on this floor, and they're going to get washed this way, and they're going to drop down here. All right, simple as that. Now we need to do those all the way across, of course. So let's do that. All right. And tripwire hooks on there too, and then we need to put our string all the way along here, and we are going to get these dispensers firing off the water, and this is why I kind of suggested that you do this last, because if you're on here and you've already made your drop and you get washed off, you will fall to your death. Pretty much, you just need to do this now. Just fill all this in with string. I might as well do this all. Oh, it's going to take a bit. I'll just get back to you when I've done this bit, because it's going to take a long time. Alright, as you can see, I've made a bit of a mess, and this is what's going to happen. We'll try and do the next one a little bit more efficiently than this. The way to do it would be to put the buckets of water in last, but I'm not too worried about this. Okay, so behind these dispensers, we're going to place a row of solid blocks just directly below them. So this is at oh no, sorry, no, that's wrong. We're going to place them directly behind them, which is why it makes it hard to actually put the buckets of water in. So before you put these blocks in, you put the buckets of water in. We'll do the next one correctly. Okay, so let's place some redstone all the way along here now, like so. And we need to work out. It looks like they're almost all fired out except for. Which one are you? Which one is not? That one there. Okay. And that one there. Alright, so this will fix this problem. I'm cheating. Alright, so I've cleared all that up now. So all of the dispensers should fire off now all at once. And let's see that happen. There we go. And then if we fire it again, it turns off. Okay. Alright, so now that that's fixed, let's go ahead and work on the actual mechanism. But first, what we need to worry about here is the water on the sides. Now, there is a way potentially to create an air gap here on the side on the spawn floor, where it may actually help spawns, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested this and I'm not going to test it. But to do this, what you'd do is you'd grab a sign, for example, and you can place signs along here like this, and this will stop the water from flying off the edge. Now the mobs can still walk through these signs, which is a bit of a problem really, but the water won't go off the edge, and I'm not sure it counts as a solid block, so it might be an air block. And then you just place the glass on the top like this as a guide, and the witches will just slide off the edge. Pretty much, pretty easy. However, for this tutorial, we are going to ignore that, and we are going to just use glass on the sides here. Alright, so we place glass along like this. There we go, and that will be fine. And then along here like this, so it's basically just going to make the solid glass. Doesn't have to be, but I'm going to do it, and then we end up on the next level. Okay, same for this side. We're going to place glass all the way down here like this, and you don't have to do this, by the way. You don't have to do it. You can do this and put the signs down, but because we've got water, we need to do this. Right, and there we go. Alright, so now we're going to do the next part, which is the falling edge circuit. Now this circuit is a fantastic little circuit, and it makes this machine work. So basically, we're going to place a solid block here like this, coming off this redstone line here, with a repeater, and then we're going to put that into a block. Now on the side of this block over here, we're going to place a redstone torch, and then above that redstone torch, we're going to place a solid block. Okay, so you should have something like that. Then above that redstone torch on the side of this block, we're going to place another redstone torch, and then I'm going to place a block here, here, and here, and then I'm going to break these two blocks. They're not needed, and then I'm going to place a repeater down here on 3 ticks of delay, and then I'm going to put a block in front of that like so, and then I'm going to put some redstone dust on top of that. Now it's nearly done, but that's pretty much it. And then we just place a redstone torch on the side here like that. It'll trigger the dispensers, and then it will stop. There we go. So that's pretty much it. So that's the actual floor there. Now if I go inside here, it'll turn on. It won't turn off while I'm in here, and then when I leave, it'll turn off. That's it. Really, really easy. There you go. Tutorial done. Seriously, it's that easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the other floors so that you can get the hang of this, and we'll see if we can do it right this time without making too much mistakes, or too many mistakes. And so here we go. So here's the second floor. We're just going to place 2 blocks of glass like this on this side here, on the longer side. There we go. And then we can come inside here and place down our dispensers, and they go on these blocks here like so. And if you look on the side here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a piece of glass, and then the dispenser is on top of that. So instead of putting the buckets in first, we'll do that after we've done all the tripwire hooks. So put solid blocks along top of those, and then we place tripwire hooks along here like this. There we go. And over here we need to bring this up a little more. Now at the moment mobs can spawn on this, and we don't want that, so to stop that we're just going to put some glass on top. Okay, that's you can put half slabs on if you want to, but just remember mobs are falling down here, and you kind of want them to continue their way down, so we're going to try and stop them from falling or walking off the edge. Okay, so you place a solid block there, then break it, and a solid block there, like so, like we just did. Put those along there like that, and then we're going to put some tripwire hooks. And can I get in here? Yep, here we go. Tripwire hooks along here like this, and that's the other side of the tripwire hooks. There we go. So you should have something like that. And then we're just going to put the string down, and I will go ahead and do that and get back to you when I've done, because you don't want to watch me do this again. So I'm just going to put all the string in. Alright, there we go. So all the tripwire hooks are in. So we can go along here like that. Fires all those off. Now on the back side of these dispensers, this is where I'm going to load the water. This is the best way to do it. I should have done this the first time. I was being a bit silly and had a momentary lapse of judgment. So here we go. Let's place all these in here like this. Okay. Alright, so those are now full, and now we just go ahead and add the solid blocks behind these dispensers like so. There we go, like that. And this is where we're going to run the redstone along. So we're going to put redstone all the way along here like this. There we go. And we're not going to place the falling edge circuit on the same side. We're going to place it over this side. There is a reason I can't get these to stack above each other, because this redstone torch will power this redstone here on the one above it. Okay, so we're going to place a solid block here like this, and we're going to grab a repeater and place it there like that. So looking from the side, you should have something like this, and that goes into a solid block with a redstone torch on it, and we place a redstone a solid block above that and a redstone torch on the side of that block. So you should have something like this, and then just going to place a couple of blocks here like that, and I'm going to break these two and place down another repeater there on 3 ticks of delay. We place a solid block here and a piece of redstone dust on top, and then we place a redstone torch on the side. That'll fire off the dispensers, but that's okay. We'll just break it again and place it again, and then they should turn off. Okay, that's how we reset that. There we go. That is the second level done. It is really super easy, isn't it? It's fun. Super fun to make. Alright, so then we need to make sure that the water isn't going to like come out the sides here. So I'm just going to put some glass blocks all the way down here like this. And there's a piece of rogue spider web there. Rogue string there. Let's fill all this in with glass. And there we go. We have sealed that off. Do the same to the other side. Alright, there we go. That's the second level done. We need to place glass down on top of here though, because we don't want mobs spawning on this. There we go, which is pouring out. That is it. It's really easy. Really easy. Okay. Next one, the third level. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're going to place 2 blocks of glass like so. There we go, and we're going to place our dispensers on top here like this. Now when we get to the top one, it's going to go a little bit into the roof or the ceiling of your machine. I'll show you how that works in a minute and how we get around this problem. So now that the droppers are down, the dispensers are down, we place our solid blocks on top like this. There we go, and of course our tripwire hooks. There we go. And on the other side here, we do the same things we did before. We place a block and then another one, remove this one, and then place solid blocks all the way along here like this. There we go. And our tripwire hooks again. Alright, so I'm going to place a string down. You don't want to watch this, it's going to take too long, so let's just go ahead and put this down. Alright, there we go. The string is down, and that is that part done. Now we come to the back of these dispensers again, and remember to place all your water down. Don't leave one out. It's a painful thing to fix if you do, because you're not going to be able to do this very easily in survival. So make sure you do this right. Check every single one. Make sure you got water in it. Alright, there we go. So each one should have water, and we're good to go. Okay, on the back of those dispensers we're placing solid blocks, remember that. There we go, and we're going to place redstone dust all the way along like so, and then on this side we're going to place the falling edge circuit over here because we don't want it to interfere this one. So we'll place a solid block there, a repeater here, and that goes into a solid block like so. Redstone torch on the side, redstone torch on top, redstone torch on the side, and then a block here, one here, break those two, and place a repeater here on 3 ticks of delay. That is going into a solid block. Got some redstone dust on top of that, and then a torch on the side of that. That'll fire off the dispensers, and then we shall break that, put it back. There we go. Right, I think we broke something in here because I didn't yes, I didn't protect this. Okay, we lost the tripwire hook and a piece of string. Alright, and looks like we did the same over here too. No, that one's right. Just beware of this. You can wreck your machine by doing this wrong. That looks fine. Okay, we're missing a tripwire hook here. There we go. Okay, should be all back to normal. Okay, so make sure you put these sides up. You don't want to wash away your redstone or your string, because putting the string down takes a long time too. Okay, so we're just going to do this and bring the glass all the way up. Shouldn't have any more problems now. You don't have to use glass. You can use solid blocks if you want to. I'm using glass because I want to see what's going on inside. You don't have to use this much glass. So for example, you can actually not even have this row in here. That saves on glass. Just as long as there's one right here so that the water doesn't fall off the edge. Or you can use signs like I showed you before, and then you should be okay. Alright, so that's it. So if I jump in here now, I should get washed off. If I'm walking around, the water stays on, and then when I leave, it turns off. There we go, perfect. Okay, so now just to test this out on a mob, we should grab a spawn egg, and we should call in a witch. Here we go. Yeah. And there. See you later. And it stops. Perfect. So that's pretty much it. Now, this will now be the ceiling of your witch hut, like that one is over there. And you'd cover this all over in solid blocks. And the problem here we have is that we need to break into it here to put this redstone torch. Now, it is possible to drop all this down by a block if you want to. It doesn't have to be this high. I've done it this way because it made sense to run the repeater straight out of this redstone. Anyway, you can drop it down by one block if that's a problem for you. If not, that's okay. You can go into the roof. Now I'll show you what I did over here. All I did was I broke out 2 blocks, this one and that is so that the redstone torch can be placed here and the redstone dust can be placed on top of that. And then I put these blocks back, and you can just see that it's a 2 block gap there. Which is fine. It doesn't really do anything. It does let light through, so that might be a problem for you. If it is, just drop all the redstone down by 1 block and you'll be okay. Oh look, there's a creeper going down. See you, buddy. This guy's walking across. Get off. Get off. Alright. So it works for regular mobs too. Okay, and that's the whole point of this whole machine. It's really great. Okay, now we need to mob proof this redstone. We need to make sure that no mobs are going to spawn on it, and to do that we need some half slabs, and we're just going to half slab stuff. So there on top of that redstone, there on top of that repeater, there on top of that block, there on top of that block. You can't place anything on top of here. You can place one there. Alright, and then same over here, 1 block there, 1 block on top of that, 1 block on top of that, and we need to make sure we cover all this redstone down the bottom. Oops. Okay, like that. All of this redstone, so that one there, and all along here. So I'm just placing these half slabs directly on top of the redstone, and it goes in the right place. And then finally on top, you won't have to worry about half slabbing the top of these, because your roof is going to be covering over the top of this redstone here. and same here, that's going to be fine. So we don't do the top one, but for the sake of this tutorial I am going to just slap some on top. Oops, like so. Alright, so the half slabs are done, and that's pretty much it. Now this machine will not work for spiders as it is. To make it work for spiders, you need to move these blocks here over this way to the right about 2 blocks. That's to allow spiders to fall down there. But it will work with other regular mobs. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of this tutorial. That's pretty much it. I'm going to make this a download so you can grab it and you can use it in your world, or you can have a look at it and have a bit of a play. Now I would suggest covering, building a little box around all this redstone to stop the light from spilling through to the spawn floors. There won't be a lot of light, but there will be some, so I suggest building a box around it, and all you do is you just grab whatever color block you want. Let's grab this, I like this color. And you will just simply block it all in a box. That's all you need to do. Alright, there we go. There's a box around it. That's all you need to do, is build that box, and that'll stop the light from spilling through. It kind of looks a bit weird having a box there like that, and I'll probably build a box on the other side just to make it look even. It's up to you, but anyway, that just stops the light from spilling through. And you may need to put, you know, like I said before, instead of half slabs, put solid blocks there instead, and that's just to stop the light from coming through the half slabs, if it even does. Alright, there we go. That's it. That's the tutorial done. That's the automatic washing floor. Each level is independent of each other, and this is a super fantastic idea for a witch farm and for an upgrade for yours if you have an older version of the washing floor system. Alright, I'll catch you next time. Later.